So we're going to begin by preparing all our ingredients for this amazing syrup. Of course, the star of the show is the dry elderberry, so you can get it online. We're going to slice a nice and clean and washed orange. I try to get organic when I make these kind of things because we're going to cook the peel as well. Same for the ginger. We're going to get a good quality organic ginger if possible. And all we have to do is just slice it into rough pieces. Into a clean pot, we're going to add water, and all the measurements are going to be down below. And now we have to add our dry elderberries. We're going to do 1 cup today. You can definitely double the quantities if you need to, but we're going to get about 2 to 3 cups out of this quantity, so you get quite a lot. And look at those little magic berries. They're dry and they're loaded with everything that our body needs in order to boost the immune system. We're going to season it with organic cinnamon, and we're going to add our ginger and our orange. We're also going to add to this star anise, which has extremely amazing properties to fight viruses, including the coronavirus. We're also going to add dry clove, which has similar properties. It is extremely anti-inflammatory and it has a beautiful depth of flavor, similar to the cinnamon, but a little bit different. So we're going to throw a few of these into that. If you don't have it, it's absolutely fine, but the more we add, the more anti-inflammatory it's going to be. Now notice that I'm adding the orange slices with the peel. And orange is an amazing fruit that has tons of natural vitamin C, especially the essential oils that it has in the peel itself. We're going to take our pot to the stove and we're going to let it cook for 1 hour on a simmer. Now, if you want to get a more thick consistency, just cook it more until most of the liquids evaporate. And notice that all the berries are now nice and plumped up, and you know that the syrup is ready. And now we are going to push everything into a colander in order to get as much syrup as possible. We want to squeeze the berries and make sure we squeeze all the nutrients and all the vitamins they have in them. Now, I personally like to add the honey at the end while the syrup is not too hot. Now, another amazing thing that I like to do is add 1 capsule of vitamin C. And although we have the orange in there, I like to add 1 capsule of vitamin C or amla powder. And this is going to boost it even more. And every time we're going to take a sip from this syrup, we're going to get a nice boost of vitamin C as well. So this is definitely going to strengthen our immune system. We're going to take a whisk and make sure everything is really well combined and incorporated into the syrup. And this syrup is going to get even thicker once we transfer it to the fridge. Now we're going to let it cool, and then we're going to transfer it to a nice jar or mason jar or whatever bottle you have that you can really close it tightly in order to keep it as fresh as possible. Whatever is left, I'm going to freeze in the freezer and keep it for good days that I need it. So every day, my kids and I are taking from this amazing, tremendously healthy syrup. And here you have it, homemade elderberry syrup that you can make at your very own kitchen. You don't need to shop it at the store, and you yourself can load it with everything that your body needs in order to boost your immune system. The flavors are rich, they're very soothing, very comforting. I cannot even stress enough how easy it is to make it and how healthy and affordable it is to have it at your very own kitchen. I hope you guys are going to give it a try. In order to start this cough remedy, we're going to need some organic pears. The riper they are, the better. So what I'm doing right now is just cut the pear into 4. And what we want to do is get rid of the core. So you can run your knife through the middle or the center of the pear, or just use a small paring knife, whichever way is easier for you. We're gonna dump them into a saucepan, and at this point we want to add some extremely powerful anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, like using warm spices like cinnamon and star anise. These spices are going to add so many health benefits, like fighting viruses, bacteria, infection, inflammation, cold, bronchitis, all these kind of things that we suffer from, especially our kids. We're going to add some filtered water, bring it to a boil. We're going to keep an eye on it. And once everything is nice and boiled, we want to come back, remove the lid, and eventually reduce the heat until all this mixture really thickens and reduces. This can take between 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to let it cool completely, and then we're going to transfer it to a jar. You can see that it was very concentrated. And as far as the pears themselves, you can throw them, or I personally like to munch on them. I feel like they have so many health benefits and they're delicious as well. Here it is, our remedy is ready. Very powerful. You can give it to your kids just like that. But if you want to make it more delicious, feel free to add honey. You can use Manuka honey, which also has amazing health benefits, like antibiotic literally. And you can keep it in the fridge and give to your kids about 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Of course, consult with your doctor if this is something that is new to you. But everything over here is very natural, and at the same time very powerful. This remedy is going to help with respiratory conditions, with cough, cold, bronchitis. It has antimicrobial properties. It's going to fight viruses, bacteria, infection, and everything that has to do with the nasty cough and cold. I hope you're going to give it a try. I hope you're going to give it to your kids, and everyone is going to love it. Stay healthy. We're going to start by picking 1 or 2 onions from our pantry. We're going to take off the peel, and what we want to do is just cut it into pieces. The size of the pieces really doesn't matter. You can even chop it in a food processor or in a box grater. And then the next step is simply to transfer it to a Pyrex dish or just something that has a lid. We want to make sure that the onion is as spread as possible. I'm using an extra ingredient over here, and this is optional. I'm using Celtic salt, which has really amazing minerals, and it's going to help all the moisture drawn out faster. We're also going to add the star of the show, which is Manuka honey, or just simply unfiltered raw organic honey, a good quality one. We're just going to spread everything roughly on top of the onions, and we're going to close the lid and let it sit for about 3 hours on our counter, just like that. After 3 hours or so, we're just going to open the lid, and we're going to notice that the onion has released so much moisture combined with this honey and a little bit of this salt. And this remedy is actually our medication and medicine, a natural medicine from our own pantry, extremely powerful. And the onion has also quercetin, which is a property that is known to fight bacteria, viral infections, and specifically sore throat. I hope you're going to give it a try. Let me know how it went for you. Stay healthy. So I like to start by displaying all my ingredients ready on the counter, ready to use. Whatever you have organic, go for it. If you don't have anything organic, that's fine too. Just use whatever you have on hand. So I like to prepare this drink on a mason jar or a big cup. We're gonna add to that apple cider vinegar that is raw and with the mother, which is so healthy. It has really many healing properties. So we're gonna add that to the jar. Then we're gonna squeeze lemons as well. And then I like to peel my ginger with the back of the spoon for an easier peeling experience. Then we're gonna cut it into medium small chunks, and we're gonna add that as well to the jar. To that, we're gonna add star anise, which is very healthy. It has many healing properties, and if you don't have it, you can use a tea. We're gonna add some cinnamon and hot boiling water. We're gonna give it a mix and let it sit for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we're gonna add some raw honey. If you have Manuka honey, you can add that, or just simple raw honey. And we're gonna give it a good mix until it is melted and well incorporated. Once all the spices and the honey are well blended into the drink, we're gonna pour it into our cup, and then we can start to sip on it slowly until we finish it. And I like to have 2 of these cups a day when having a sore throat. This drink is so simple, very, very powerful, extremely anti-inflammatory, and so good for you. I hope it's gonna help you as much as it does for me. That's it for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're gonna give this drink and remedy a try. If you did and you found it helpful, I would love for you to comment below and let me know how it went for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.